Hello, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much. Make sure that you like this video, you share your comment, and of course, if you're on YouTube or any of our platforms, you subscribe and you follow us. Okay, today I'm going to talk about the Ghana National Fire Service. Do you know it is not true, say, fire service for a shame and normal fire engines, ebeba fire scene omutenda no ensure nim. Do you know it is not true? Sansem no ayeti no. It is never true.
Hey.
I know a lot of you will argue, but don't worry.
Are you seriously?
I want just one person who can say, they came in. I want to have that conversation with that person. And I'm going to challenge anyone who can say, I was there at the fire scene and the men drove in with their fire engine and there was no water.
What are you saying?
It is not true.
What are you saying?
It doesn't happen.
What is this saying?
And it will never happen. Let me explain something to you. When him say fire service for tender na some fire engines in a wo no. The asay kra esi workshop no unim say nsuo wo mu. And the Ghana National Fire Service, and I say fire service everywhere, their number one weapon is water. Let me repeat. Fire service everywhere, across everywhere, their number one weapon or their primary weapon to attend to any emergency is water. So, it will be impossible for firemen to drive from the fire station to a fire service, to a fire scene. Place a vehicle or a building is on fire. Na omo kono ensure any. No. It is not true. A lot of people keep saying this. This is what actually happens. Sometimes, when you place the call to the Ghana National Fire Service, it gets to their control service or the control room where they receive the call. The nearest fire station they will have to dispatch the fire engine from to location. Ebi as a place no fire engine e wo ho no esua enye kese ani bi. Enti ohwe the volume of water ebi e wo mu a ebeba bedu fire scene ho a ebetu nsuo na gu mu no enche na asa na we move ko. Then obi ginechi ana obi oti eja na obedu ho no na fire engine ko osi mobile no mu ni nsuo no mu asan ko. Oh Ghana, because show ubekom no na edan no a ehye no sa dan ne kerosene gallon ba kusim, sa dan no paint wo mu, sa dan no perfumes ahodo wo mu, sa dan no omukura be 10 kg gas cylinder e wo mu. And this kind of fire say that to a diamond say with some of this and a highly flammable. Making a insect spray and to put off such fire no and your fire engine kitwa na edidum engine na bana no ababedum jano to some extent no ebra odum jani na no say ohena say ade no ejana no e de na ebebru no so a or relay information say yemma the nearest fire engine so emra into ono beka se okono na bue Ghana ni si omunsuo na ansa ade na yes because akwai say mami kan say me chow see your problem pa ye fenko gu aban so because aban na the cause of some of these things say na mantam bia your fire engines enough fire engines me kan na that say eja to bi fia within a short fire service personnel betimi aba ho. But sometimes even with proximity the distance fire service men no ebe fit station ababedu ho na den the ebufuo cry omo fire service personnel no bedu ho na ye to bo the ball mo like mo bibia find here because mentia say fire service man no enya ne fault eja to fie or babedum uja o say one man temint no to bo abono. Like I don't get this whole thing. Sa akwa say Ghana ha no servicemen na yemuom ye de omutwi yetimi there is respect among servicemen from yentimemu for na sometimes o dwen ho police for yen for mo nya hwe yetimi di police for them Adia police for enye meaning say yes, definitely, you know. You were bad nuts, but sometimes the way and a nurse in here, you say, a nurse in here, say, and I'm a coy, and a police in here, you say, like her. Fikra de Abremo. Okay, I'm throwing a challenge to anyone who has witnessed a fire engine, a basin, there was no water. You have evidence, some will do, you know. And the fire engine doesn't even come to the fire station. On their way, they need to fill it. And me take it over from you. Checklist be. A lot of the checklist, ekuma, machine edibu nuya, sekane, and yamahudo bibre. Together with primary source of weapon a year in no. Me take it over from you. No, I need to make sure say all these things are intact before I may take it over. Say Bakukra is missing. I'm not supposed to take over because who am I taking over from you? No, what responsibility say answer I'll be handing over the fire engine and then your accoutrement. No, no, not everything is intact. Ewo kanimu. It is ensure anymore. I'm not supposed to take over. We need to ensure say answer na wo dane car no di amame no na ensure wom is part of our checklist. Se bibi nimu a obi eni obe take over. Sometimes, you know, ebi a wo kodu sin na eja na ehye no. Ukodu ye no. Oma bako, yes you omo buy as you omo ko insu oni ka anim. It is not true. Ebi a engine na buy ye no. Ne tank ni so. And fire engines na hu no. Ebi wo ho a won how eso no. Eso but ebi a na tank na ewo mu no eso. Sometimes you know, ebi ba oba ya na okọ, wa adwene so oba ya na okọ. Ubon se na ba ko si ho. Bakuna Obano, Oba Fele. I'm not a fire service personnel, but then I know how their work is. I've done a lot of investigations around it. That is why I'm able to tell you some of these things. This video is not sponsored. I'm not sponsored by Ghana National Fire Service. I'm telling you the truth. If you know, that is why I'm throwing this challenge. Unimobia or say fire service for buyer in Sionika anymore. Just drop your name. Just you inbox me. I'll sit down with you one-on-one. Bring your evidence. Let's see. Because we say some of these things here, they are tarnishing the image of the Ghana National Fire Service, which is not so. Another thing, sometimes, you know, a jet to meet top baby, and it takes a long time for them to come. Do you know the number of prank calls we've been giving them? So sometimes it ends up say those who really need help, I not help, they call a check. Because sometimes you place the call, there is a lot of call coming. No, be a prank. Come here. Near discharge fire service. Fire engines. Oh, go there. There near prank call. And then, like, people do this for fun. And to those who actually need help, no, by the time I will do they're not everything are yet too late. This is just the part 1 of my series on fire service. And I'm going to tell you a lot of things. And another thing, let me tell you. I've mentioned it. Fire service car biya aseya esi hono makachro. The aseya esi workshop no. Unim workshop biya fire service engine BAC metimi akachro confidently say ensure wumu. Because ensure eye omo number 1 weapon of fire service for. Ensure niwa and fire service for no. The people who work there Charlie, I sometimes no me yes say bia sebe omo ye adwuma of fire service and so omo nye correct and omo dream ye adwuma o. Sometimes we make the whole thing look like obi ye adwuma of fire service as an dream. You go there, you see people penny doctors like learned people omo dream ye adwuma and getting fuel even in their fire tenders no cra adding. Do you know the cost of fuel they spend? Na omo nya ho etu empty car diaba. Are you serious? Oh, Ghana. A lot of the things we say about the Ghana National Fire Service, I'm not a fireman, but I'm just a citizen of this country. I know how they work. So if you think otherwise to what I'm saying, just drop your name. Let me know you. Inbox me. You want to meet me? I'll sit down one-on-one. We put camera, put out your evidence and just say, fire engine be bar location be a na issue name. Please, say what? A lot of people baby, they've no experience. When you ask them, mobile na issue, but almost experiencing put that I hear say, Charlie, this is just the part 1. I'll come back with part 2. That's it. Bye bye.